All right. Welcome to class, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you have yourself a little block. I sent along an article previously from Popular Science, and it mentions stuff like stretching isn't what we need. Basically, it means mobilization, but that's okay because that's exactly what we do. I'm very proud to say. So it's kind of like an article saying, oh, a lot of people will stretch, but mobilization is more of what our body needs. And I think that's exactly the type of work that I'm offering. So good job. Go ahead and come up to standing. And I just want you to just go ahead and stand up nice and tall. Thank you, just like so. Be here with a neutral pelvis. That means it's not tipped this way, it's not tipped this way, okay? And I want you to consider your right leg. As you stand up tall, and you can even hold on to the wall or a chair or whatever you want, I'd like you to gently lift that right leg. But notice what happened. Well, a lot of times people will hike it up and they're going to tilt their pelvis and make a big change and say, look how high I can lift my leg. But actually, it's not the hip flexors that are moving, it's your pelvis that's accommodating. So what I would like you to do is just to, once again, just really, really, really relax your pelvis, nice and neutral. Oh, someone's microphone is on. Big breath in, big breath out. Thank you. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to keep this pelvis neutral and then lift the knee. And you'll notice that you cannot lift it as high. And this is giving you a much more true representation of your hip flexor. All right? So yeah, I could, knee somebody in the face, but it's because I can tilt my pelvis. My hip flexor, though, is quite tight. So when I try to lift it with a neutral pelvis, and I lift, and I run into the end just about here. See, if I go any further, see how my bum has to tuck under and move? I wonder what it's like for you. What I'd like you to do is to find the end of that range right there for me, or wherever it is for you, without you tucking the pelvis underneath. And then suck in the core, stand up nice and tall, and stay there at that range. Stay right there. And then what? You stay there. I'd like you to stay there for, just a little bit. And you know what? It's going to be fatiguing. It's going to be tiring. It may even feel like it sucks. And it kind of does. But it's an honest sort of bit of work, all right? So let's stay there for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let that leg come down. I know it's very tiring and challenging, but it's really good information. Let's try that on the second side, okay? So once again, if you were to lift your knee all the way up, it's like, look how high my knee is. Yeah, but you're tucking your pelvis. Instead, hug in through the core, nice and neutral here, and then lift up without tucking that pelvis under. So I'm nice and tall and long, and I'm just lifting up my knee, and that's about the end of my range before I have to lift and tilt. Inhale and exhale, stay right there. Got it? Once you've got it, hold it there. Good for your balance, good for everything else, but you're really going to start to become aware of the musculature that is involved. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. We're going to keep that going. Big breath in, big breath out for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, please. Thank you. So not only do we tilt the pelvis when we're lifting and lowering the knee, but whenever we do those sort of mobilization exercises with our hips, you'll find that your pelvis tilts all over the place, and that kind of prevents us from really getting into the hip, which was okay at the beginning because I just wanted to introduce the work. But now we're going to try to do it a little bit more strictly, okay? So step that right foot down, keep that hip neutral and down, and lift that knee without tilting or tucking that bum underneath, that pelvis down. Good. Got it? Let your hand be there to make sure that you're being diligent, and then draw that knee around, and then close it. Open and close. Without that sort of restriction or that diligence, I'm going to tuck my pelvis under, and I'm just going to be, working something that's not beneficial. So keep that pelvis neutral, lift that knee, and for now, core engaged, open and close for me. If you want, take the hand away for balance, but let's do that together, okay? Just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax it down. Flush it all out. Get it out. Thank you. Once again, hug in below the belly button, at the belly button and above, feeling your core engage. Stay neutral with the pelvis and lift this knee. Got it? Thank you. Now, drop this foot so that your knee and ankle are at approximately 90 degrees. Oh, the balance challenge is there. Now, let your hand rest on this hip. Okay? Gently take this left ankle and open it out to the left. Looks like this. I'm here and opening my ankle out to the left. You're going to want to compensate with your hip, right? Try not to do that. Instead, just knee up, neutral, and open that ankle as honestly as you can to the left. And you can feel it firing like crazy. That's okay. Do nothing else but stand there, maybe a bit of balance for 10, 9, 8, 7, just feeling that firing. You don't have to do it till you cry, but do feel like it's engaging. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and set it down, please. Thank you so much. Wait, there's more. It's much more about feeling this time, right? Gently, hip is neutral. After you engage the core, lift that knee. Thank you. Now what we're going to do is take it to the right, which is very easy, but then take it to the left without lifting and tucking and compensating. So we're just going to go right and left. You can do it without your hand for a balance challenge, but try to find the end ranges. So this is much more of an off and on experience. Can you feel that? Thank you. Let's go now off and on for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. And settle it down. Maybe even shake it out a little bit. Oof. Okay? Let's try that on the second side. But before we do, try to release the expectation or the hope that it's going to be the same on one side versus the other. It often isn't. Okay? So gently, easily, lift that right knee up without tucking in or compensating. Drop this right heel so that it's directly below your right knee. You can hold on to something or not. It's completely up to you. But do engage below the belly button, at the belly button, and above so that you have this core support. And now draw that ankle outwards. I'd let my knee drift. Try not to let your knee drift. Keep it there. It's just the ankle that's rotating outwards. Ha! It's tight and tough. And guess what? You just have to do it once and you'll feel that firing all the way through. Got it? Excellent. Now hold that position, not so that you suffer, but just so that it's interesting, so that you can become aware of it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, everyone. Set that foot down and remember to release it. Give it some love. Beautiful. Second iteration. Gently, please stabilize. Lift that knee into neutral. Hug the core in. Good. Now we're going to take that foot all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Notice that my knee is not drifting in this plane. Instead, it stays neutral. I'm not going up too high so that I have to compensate. But I'm going to rotate and rotate. Ah, that's terrible for me. In and out. Oh, don't drift. Keep it there. In and out. Use your finger or whatever you have to pay attention for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Beautiful work. I know it's a bit of a challenge because you're trying to get all the technicality, but at the same time listen to the body. But that's why we're warming up this way, so that when we listen to the body later on in the practice, you'll be ready. Okay? Thanks so much. Let's go back to the left leg so that I can give your right leg a bit of a break. Neutral standing here. Okay? Gently draw that knee up without overcompensating. Hug it through the core. Stay neutral. Now watch this. I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to internally rotate here. Thank you. See my leg? I can feel this firing. Good. Inhale and exhale, hug into the core. Now what happens when you straighten and bend? Can you feel that firing even more? You can directly feel the activation of your hip flexors. Inhale and exhale. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Thank you. Just a quick word. Remember that hip flexors themselves, if they're tight, sometimes people perceive them as overly strong. Often what happens is that when muscle structures are tight, it's because they're weak and they don't have that capacity to let go and engage much more dynamically. And that's why we're working right now to strengthen them. Second side, please. Allow yourself to neutralize first. Hug in below, at and above the core. Thank you. Draw that knee up without compensation. Thank you. And now draw that ankle outwards and the knee inwards. Thank you. Inhale and exhale, hug in. Good. Now straighten and bend. And you should feel that very lateral hip flexor engagement, disengagement as you straighten and bend. Perfect. You'll recognize this very well from your sitting and standing. Inhale and exhale. Yes, I'll start counting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax down, please. I know it can be pretty tough. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, that work has not only prepared you to sense what's going on, but it's also prepared you for the next stage. And I know that we've done this a lot in our practices, but not quite this way. Come on up to standing. What I'd like you to do is to really focus on keeping this hip neutral, all right? Left knee comes up. Gently lift that left knee. Good. Take that heel out and now draw this back. And forth without tucking the bum under or out. So neutral here. Lift the knee, lift the ankle and draw it back. And forth. Again, increase the challenge with a balance. Feel like you're kind of scrubbing. We refer to this as mobilizing that joint. Don't twist at the hip, just move here. Here we go. 10, 9. Notice the coordinate of my iliac crest remains the same. 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting as best you can. You'll feel a whole bunch of activation. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Don't let go yet. So it's up here and back. Good. Now ready? Let it come down, up, and around. Ooh, feel how tough that is? When we don't compensate with the pelvis. Here we go. Up and around for 10. Nice and slow, okay? Engage, engage, engage. 9. Ooh. 8. Really feel that nice big circling. 7. 6, 5, 4, very good. 3, keep that core engaged. 2, 1, and relax down. I can feel my bum burning a little bit and I didn't even do it fully. I can only imagine what's happening for you. Okay? Don't overdo it, but do remember that we are localizing very specific muscle structures with the intention of activating them, strengthening them, that will lead to more mobility as opposed to just stretching. Okay? Same leg. Listen to me, please. Gently, please, keep this pelvis neutral. Engage the core, but instead of lifting the knee, just lift the ankle. Good. Keep it around 90 degrees. Gently draw that knee back without compensating. So just draw it back. Good. And then take that knee up and over and around. So we're going in the second direction, okay? So neutral, up, over, Keep this ankle rotated and around. Got it? So it's the same thing except the other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax, please. We're done with that side. I know that some of you are cycling a lot, maybe even on a recumbent bike. Remember that it will strengthen, it will work on your hip flexors, but only in a very sort of limited plane. Mobility will be lost, okay? So this is trying to return mobility, and I know it feels like it's very tight and kind of suffering. See if it improves the situation. See if your function improves, okay? Second side, standing up tall. Pelvis neutral. Below, at and above the belly button engages. The knee lifts up without tilting the pelvis. Good. I rotate through my ankle without tilting the pelvis. This is when it's really important to engage the core. And then I hook back and forth to get a sense of it first. Back and forth. Don't rotate at the hip. Keep it right there. Back and forth. It's much better for you. Like if I wanted, like if I were trying to show off, I could go up here, but I'm totally out of alignment. Pelvis down, knee up, ankle out, and I'm getting much more work here. Good quality work. Big breath in, big breath out. 10, just back and forth right now. 9, take the knee forward, take the knee back with that ankle elevated as well. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Perfect. Big breath in, big breath out. So, have you ever had maybe a really good pie almost spoiled because there's too much crust? More isn't necessarily better. When we take ourselves out of alignment, you're kind of ruining the balance and you're kind of missing the point. With so much crust, it's just a waste. So I end up knocking the crust off anyway. Unfortunately, when we do these exercises, there's no real opportunity to do that. So let's do it right, okay? So once again, yes?
There's no such thing as too much crust.
Okay, there's no such thing as too much crust. All right, I'm gonna take this moment to complain. I had someone in my life, I don't know what I was thinking. She looked at me really funny because I would eat pie with ice cream. She said, "Ooh, that's disgusting." And I said, "What? No, you can't mix something warm and cold together, something soft and hard." Or it's like, no, maybe there's too much crust for me, and maybe for some people pie and ice cream is a bad idea. I think of pie as a condiment to my ice cream. Just letting you know, okay? Gently, please. Lift up this knee, pelvis neutral, below, at, and above the core engaged. Lift up that ankle. Oh, see how much I just compensated? I'm gonna keep it down, up, and rotate. Oh, that's so tight. And then I'm gonna take it around like we did, and then circling, please. This sort of discipline is very, very revealing. You can see how, although I can kind of fake, oh, look how much range I have. It's a fake range, right? Here, it's very revealing where exactly I'm tight. Now, I've told you guys that I have a condition called ankylosing spondylosis, which disallows my low back from moving well. And I'm able to move more than the average person, but it's not my low back that's really moving, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax, please, okay? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. All right. Other direction. So, neutral pelvis, core engaged. This time we only lift the heel up. Good. We draw back and around. Trying to keep that heel up, which is incredibly difficult for me because my hip flexor is very inflexible right now. Just like so. Interestingly, I've been riding my bicycle a lot, which often contributes to a tighter hip flexor. It might be strong, but it's inflexible. And a lack of flexibility reduces mobility. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thanks, everyone. Gently and easy, please relax. Come to seated on the floor. Grab hold of your block. Thank you. If you would, gently drop your knee forward. Make sure that it's not hurting in any way. If that's not possible for you, feel free to extend the knee. Okay? But if it's available to you, take this knee down. Thank you. For now, with your hand, specifically left hand on the floor, I'd like you to go around 90 degrees with this left knee and go ahead and lift and lower. Notice that lifting isn't the easiest thing in the world. It's kind of tough, but that's why we're doing it. We're mobilizing here. Let's lift and lower for 10. Up and down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is to lift and hold and squeeze, and that's kind of tough, right? Especially when I ask you to balance. So we're drawing that knee in, lift, hold, and balance. And to distract you, I'll set you up with this idea. You know, if there can't be too much crust, is there ever a situation when there's too much filling? I've been in that situation. I was looking for more crust because there was so much filling. So, you know, it can happen because sometimes there's so much crust, there's not enough filling. It's a tough balance. 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't put your hands down yet. Instead, lower, inhale, and exhale, lift without using your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, sit up tall. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Consider, please, this right knee with your right hand, left hand down. And we're going to turn to kind of square our shoulders with the ankle and the knee right here. Big breath in and a big breath out. What we're going to do there is we're going to then draw the core in, lift that left heel and the knee at the same level. It's kind of tiring. You can feel the work through here and here. Let's just try to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1, and set it down. I know it's tiring, right? Big breath in, big breath out. But wait, that was only the first set. Here we go. Grab hold, grab and put your hand down. Lift up that ankle, lift up that knee. Good. This time, no hands. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Fight with the work here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Thank you. Go ahead and fold into it, please, to feel a bit of release. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Maybe try to drop that right shoulder down. Try to actually drop your bum down toward the floor. All of that would be very good. Please try and do that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. Let's move over to the second side. So any way you'd like to, drop that left knee down, take that right foot forward. If you need to, draw that left leg out. This still works with the leg long. Keep this knee bent. Inhale and exhale. Draw in through the core. Set it up. Below, at and above the belly button. My left hand and my right hand are supporting. Now lead with this right ankle as you lift up and that right knee up. Don't lean back. Stay forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Big breath in, big breath out. But if you recall, there's a second set, okay? Big breath in, big breath out. Ground yourself down. Below, at and above the belly button are hugging toward the spine to engage that core. Shoulders are down. Lift up and no hands. Try to feel it here. Try not to tip over anywhere strange. Big breath in, big breath out. 7. See, I'm giving you a bit of a break. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And gently relax down. Go ahead now, square up the shoulders and fold. Oh, big breath in, big breath out. This is a nice way of accessing the bum, or at least part of the hip that we were working on as well. Big breath in, big breath out. Just go ahead and keep your head down and relax into the folding stretch there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Thank you. Gently prepare to move and then come on up, because we're going for something very similar. Okay, so gently keep this right knee bent and keep the left knee bent. Now, if you're one of the people that had the leg lengthened, lengthen the right leg this time and bend the left, because we're going opposite, okay? Because right knee is bent, left knee is bent. You're probably going to have to lift up or lean over a little bit. You can go ahead and use your left hand. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Lift up and hold right there. But draw yourself up so that we're sitting up tall. Do you see that? My knee's lifted, but I'm trying to sit up tall. Fight there and hold. Now work on lifting that left ankle. Lift that left ankle without folding forward. So we're sitting up tall and lifting up the left ankle. It's almost impossible, but that's the struggle. 10, 9, you can do this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And set it down. Oh, yeah. Second set. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. You ready? Go ahead. Set it up with your hand first. Core, body, and then release and hold. Oh, where should you turn? You can turn to the left. Be in alignment with the left knee, I guess. Try to lift that left ankle without folding. Feel that stretch through the back and through the bum. 10, 9, 8. Hug in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Settle down. Now for the stretch. Please, at all times, be careful of this left knee. If it's available to you, rotate over to the left a little bit and fold. It's quite tight. Now, if that's easy peasy, as it will be for some people, you can grab your block, take it underneath the ankle, as you can see here, and then fold a little bit into it that way. Ooh. But again, please be careful with your knee. Big breath in, big breath out, close your eyes, fold down, you're good to go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Thanks, everyone. Just for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Maybe use your hand and release. Give that hip some love. Circle it around. Wow. Tight, tight, tight. Thanks so much. Big breath in, big breath out. Surprise to no one. Second side, okay? Draw that left knee out. Take that right knee down. Okay? You can keep this leg long or you can keep it bent. It's up to you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Go ahead and sit up super tall, hugging in at the core. You can place your right hand on your right knee. Inhale and exhale, sit up tall and lift. Try not to lean to the left too much, or try to do it as little as you can. And really focus on lifting that right heel. Get that right heel up without leaning. So my right heel, I'm trying to get it up without leaning. Inhale and exhale. Hold it there now. Hold it, just like you're at the dentist or the x-ray technicians. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Speaking of which, if you've ever gone to the dentist and they did those x-rays, you know, that piece of plastic's digging into your gum and they say, okay, bite down, hold it right there, don't move. And it's like, ow, I'm like cutting into my gum, but they're asking you to stay. The thing is that if you don't hold on, then what happens is they'll have to do it again anyway, or you'll lose the benefit of the x-ray. So yes, I know this is uncomfortable, but a bit of discomfort is where we grow and move from. So don't be afraid of discomfort. Pain and suffering is a different thing though, okay? Gently, please, grab hold here. Sit up super tall, core, core, core. Thank you. Lift up through that right ankle, lift up through that right knee, and hands. Maybe turn over to that right knee, please. Hug up and lift up through this heel. There's so much going on. Don't forget to feel it all. Don't try to just go into a pain cave and ignore it. Try to notice what's going on. Pain and discomfort is information, and we want to go into this with our eyes open, okay? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, everyone. Settle it down. Big breath in, big breath out. Sit up tall and go ahead and lean toward that knee, so long as you're not going to hurt the knee in any way, but you're getting a good stretch. If you need to, go ahead and ankle and fold. Oh, there's lots of work to be done. Lots and lots of work. Big breath in, big breath out. Beautiful. Beautiful. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone. Gently, easily, please release. Ooh. Set the soles of the feet down, sit up super tall, maybe draw the legs in, and go ahead and fold. You should actually feel some release through the hip flexors here, hopefully the low back, and even through the psoas at the front of the body. Go ahead and fold, big breath in, and a big breath out. Big breath in and a big breath out. Now I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter if you're low or high with the knees because it's not going to help. Take the block and set the feet on top. 1 and 2. Big breath in, big breath out. Grab hold of the ankles, try to sit up super tall. That means hugging the core in and not dumping out through the back. So if I turn in profile, I would suggest that a lot of people would tend to roll out like this. Try not to do that. Instead, sit up super tall, relax the shoulders down, inhale and exhale. Got it? Now go ahead, as a unit into the spine, fold there. Feel that hip flexor work. Now all you have to do is kind of feel it activating and then hopefully softening at least a little. Chris, that's a big ask. I know, but if I don't ask, then no one will, right? Big breath in, big breath out. The other big ask I'm going to ask for, okay? Engage the core, neutralize the body, fold forward a touch. Now you can use your right hand for purchase and for balance. I'd like you to consider first feeling like your left foot is getting lighter. Okay? Is that your imagination? No, it's your will. Excellent. Now I'd like you to consider lifting that left foot and holding. My left foot is hovering off the block. Hover and hold for 10, 9, 8. Keep hovering. 7. Keep hovering. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Extend long through this right leg. Land that left foot and fold. Oh. Inhale and exhale. Give this hip a bit of love, a bit of release. My hamstrings are feeling it. That's what's restricting me right now. But if I guide my left knee down, I will also feel even more release through the hip flexor and maybe the bum. Thank you. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale and exhale. Chris, I'm not quite getting enough. Okay. If you have a block, remember that there are different settings. You could maybe turn it on its side and drop it there. My knee's coming down fairly close to the floor because I have that opportunity. It just depends on your anatomy and as well as your practice. If it's available to you, could take it up here. Notice my foot is quite, it's dorsiflexed right now, and I'm dropping to feel that external rotation at the femur head. Oh yeah, that's a stretch for me. This is not normal, all right? You don't have to do that. You know, it's funny when you go to a yoga class and you look at the teacher doing it so easily. That's not normal. They're professionals, all right? Gently and easily release. Let's set it up for the second side. So soles of the feet are together. Okay, we're hugging in through the core. I'll turn again just to really drive that point home that rounding out is not going to get you where you need to go. It's the too much pie filling or too much crust situation. It's not ideal. Instead, maintain that nice balance right there and then fold Notice that your hip flexors will turn on or there's tension there, and then we look to feel like we're softening them, okay? Inhale and exhale. Grab hold of that left shin for purchase. Consider please maintaining the same position and working to lift that right ankle off the block. If you need to back up a little bit, that's okay, but lift that right ankle off the block and feel all of that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, everyone. Gently relax. Lengthen that left leg long. Go ahead and fold into it. Oh. Ask this knee to come down for a bit more release. And remember, depending upon your anatomy and your practice, I'd like you to dorsiflex that foot and maybe drop that knee a bit more. We are externally rotating at this femur head at the hip. Beautiful. Again, wherever you need to be. Is higher better? Only if higher is better. What I mean is, you could have the best size 7 shoe in the world, but it will be terrible for you if you're not size 7. Okay? I'd much rather have a mediocre cost shoe that is okay, but in the perfect size, right? Size means an awful lot. Big breath in, big breath out. So make sure that you size your stretch, size this work appropriately, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Let's work on a bit of spinal flexion extension in the context of this stretch. What does that mean? It means that I get to let you do what you want. Allow yourself to take the soles of the feet together. Now go ahead, don't crank down, but fold any way you'd like to, but make sure that the spine isn't necessarily straight. Go ahead and let it fold and round out as much as you want to, but do get down as much as you can. Allow your elbows to push your knees down, maybe grab hold of the ankles, big breath in, big breath out. Now you're ready. Once you're there, yes, you're getting lots of work through the hip flexor, but that's not the work that we're looking for. Here's the work. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Gently open the chest, draw the shoulders back, and draw that belly button toward the heels. Oh, see how it just straightened out my spine? Good. So now I've got the same depth, but with a straight spine, and I'm going to hold that, feeling like I'm drawing my shoulders back, squeezing my shoulder blades onto my back for 10, 9, 8, hug the belly button in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. And gently release there. Oh. Shall we try again? Sure, why not? Allow yourself to use all that extra space and fold as much as you can. Oh, look like you put my toes on my floor. It doesn't matter. Let the knees come down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now, after you keep that same position in the pelvis and the hips, good. Hug the belly button in and draw the shoulders back. Flatten. Oh. There we go. There we go. Feel the work where you need to feel it, okay? If it's in the hips, in the low back, or what have you, okay. Does it need to be painful? It doesn't need to be painful, but it needs to be uncomfortable. Because if it's not uncomfortable, there's no reason for your body to change. What we're doing is we're soliciting change in the body, and that is heralded by discomfort, all right? So that's a big difference than pain, right? That's the range of work that we're working in. Discomfort versus pain. Pain signals potential danger. Doesn't mean that you've hurt yourself yet, but it means that your awareness has to, go at a higher alert. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Keep the feet there. In fact, why don't you go ahead and take the feet, stack the ankles, stack the knees. But notice here how my feet are still on the block. Perfect. And now I'm going to sit up as best I can. Use your right hand to sit up. Ooh, tight. For some of you, it's no problems, and for you, I'm jealous. But for many of us, just sitting up in this position can be tight. Maybe if I guide my left hip down, oh, I'm getting even more stretch. And I don't even know if I'm going to be capable of it. Maybe if you can lift up through that right arm. For me, that's not my best size of posture. I'm going to be drawing down, sitting up, and that's where I'm getting good work. I'm not hurting my knees at all, but I am getting this lovely stretch through my hip. Please configure this posture as you see fit, something that's appropriate for you. And we're going to hold it together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wait, there's a bit more. Walk that right hand forward. Maybe feel the twist as you look over your left shoulder. My left hand is behind me, and I'm looking over that left shoulder. Wow, that's serious. Relax your neck, breathe in and out. You know, what's the point of releasing the hip flexors and mobilizing the low back if it doesn't feel good? Hopefully this twist will help it to feel even better. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thanks, everyone. Gently release. Second side. What does that look like? It's very simple. We just drop our knees the other way. 1 and 2, right? Push into that left hand. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Mind your knees, right? We don't want to damage them. We just want to sit up tall. I'm going to push down into my right bum and thigh, maybe trying to get it down, try to stabilize. Maybe I'll lift my hand, but in order for me to be here, I have to do bad things. So I'm not going to stay there. Instead, I'm going to sit up tall, and I'm going to feel like I'm going to ground down or drive down here through my hip and get the stretch right along here. Big breath. That's me, maybe not you. Just because you don't feel my stretch doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're taking this opportunity and your body is experiencing it somewhere else. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. I'm still going because I still find it to be beneficial. I'm hoping you do too. So, you know, these 10-second things, especially if you're able to revisit this video, you know, it's really important that you do it according to the time that's appropriate for you. Okay? 5 for me. 4, 3, 2, ooh, and 1. Amazing. Inhale and exhale. Take the block away. And just try crossing your legs and sitting. Oh, my fault. I forgot. Knees. And now twist over to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that would be terrible if you missed out on this. Turn and twist and feel it. Oh, it's lovely. My low back is getting some good work. My hip is getting some good release. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thanks so much. Hey, I'll tell you what. Go ahead now, rotate. Take the soles of the feet on the block. Knees are out wide. And go ahead and lay down. Ta-da! Big breath in. Oh, big breath out. So you're laying down. And hopefully you can feel that flat low back, that beautiful release. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Let your knees come down. Let your low back come down. Perfect. Big breath in, big breath out. Wonderful. Now, if you don't mind, below the belly button, at the belly button above, hug it down in toward the spine, and maybe feel like your low back is toward the spine as well. Sorry, your low back is pressing into the floor. That's what I meant. Thank you. Inhale and exhale, relax the shoulders. Beautiful. Now, gently, please, draw those knees down toward the floor. Engage your legs to draw them down toward the floor, okay? Don't let your low back lift up at all. Keep it down, but draw those knees down to the floor. You've got it? Good. Hold there for me, please. 7, hold it there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and relax. Keep the legs in that same position. Same thing. Belly button hugs in toward the spine, below, at, and above. Low back kind of presses into the floor a little bit. But this time, instead of squeezing your knees down, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the feet together. Press the soles of the feet together, please. Relax your head and your back, okay? Please don't get up like I am. I'm just getting up so that you can, I'm making eye contact with you through the camera. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing, everyone. Thank you. Now go ahead and relax. But keep the feet just like that. You ready? This one's kind of fun. Hug in through the core. Set your hands down beside your hips. Got it? Big breath in, big breath out. Go ahead now and lift your pelvis as high as you can. You'll feel all of this activation right there. Please do not use your neck. That's a terrible idea. If you'd like to find more, lift the arms and draw the shoulders down. Feel like your shoulders are pressing into the floor. Neutral neck and hold, please. Hold right there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Feet, hands, core, and back, lifting up the pelvis as high as you can. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Lift the arms if you'd like to. Now, you can put the hands down for this next part or keep the arms up, but I'd like you to consider lifting up through your right leg, maintaining that balance. Consider your right bum and equalizing it so that it's at the same level as your left bum. That's fairly advanced. Don't worry about it, but do lift that right leg for the balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Thank you. It's exactly the same thing, second side. Feet together. Core engaged, back pressed, back up, arms up if you'd like, and lift up through that left leg. Big breath in, big breath out. Try to lift that left bum to equalize the right bum. That's, that's going from A to A plus, whatever. 10, 9, engage those cores and hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now, the amazing opportunity to relax. I think you'll like this one. Grab hold of your block. Lay on your back. Gently walk your feet further out wide and let the block just come between the knees and let them fall in toward each other. Now, the goal here is for you to understand that even if you were to fall unconscious, chances are your legs would stay exactly in that position. So don't necessarily go unconscious, but deactivate the legs. Let the block and the structure and gravity do all the work for you. Maybe take your hands to the hip flexors and thighs and just give them a little rub to remind them to relax. Maybe the outsides of your thighs and your hamstrings and quads to relax. Maybe think of your back and get them to relax. And then the key here is, can you relax them? For a full 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Big breath in and a big breath out. I want a little bit more for you. You ready? Here it goes. So gently reach up, turn the block 90 degrees, take it a little bit wider, walk the feet out a little bit wider. Thank you. Let the knees fall in even more. Deactivate through the quads, thighs, hips, bum, back, and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Ooh, startled by the wind. All right, wherever, whatever you need, big breath in, big breath out, relax right there. Close the eyes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just let it happen. Let it work the way it needs to. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. So the hard part here is remaining disengaged. Getting to the position, doing stuff, for people, well, particularly people like me, that's the easy part. The not doing is the hard part. And that's what we're practicing right now, the not doing. Okay? So if you stepped back from your job or your life, would it still continue, maybe even in a positive direction? Well, the fear is that it won't. This posture will, right? So take your hand off the steering wheel, keep relaxing, relax your toes, relax your face. Let this posture continue on its own and have the faith that it's going to do just fine without you micromanaging every little bit. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thanks so much. Gently, please step both feet on top of your blocks. Drop the knees to the left. Ooh, that's interesting. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Extend that right arm up toward the ceiling and drop it out to the side and feel that stretch to the hip and low back. Now, what's interesting is, can you feel how your right knee is elevated or lifting? There's a bit of a tug, isn't there? Instead of pressing, instead of stretching, instead of forcing, what if we invite? What if we breathe into that area? So what I want you to do is I want you to feel like that top right knee relaxes down. I didn't say fights, I didn't say presses, I didn't say activates. I said relaxes down toward the left knee. This is the practice of unclenching, okay? So what if I told you that, if you hold your fist tight like this, you're going to lose money. And every time you do, you'll lose more money. But what happens if I told you if you do keep it open, you'll actually earn more money? How diligent would you be about keeping it open? Hopefully a lot more diligent. And the unfortunate part is that you'd be a lot more diligent because it's money. But what if it's health? Your health should be more than money in many ways in terms of value. So try to remember that when we are clenching, not just at the fist, but at the hip, we are spending our health unnecessarily. And learning how to not clench, spending more time relaxing, actually gives us more health. Okay? So please relax so that right knee maybe incrementally over years settles downwards. And the good news is this, even if it did not settle downwards, the time that you invest into this type of practice will actually help you to keep it from getting worse. Because as we age, our muscles become less and less mobile, and our tendency to be further and further apart, more and more clenchy will take place. And now we're kind of not fighting it, but managing it, okay? Disengage your right ankle, disengage your right knee, disengage your right hip, and let gravity take over for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax more. Okay, fine. Thank you. Gently draw your knees up to center. Good. Maybe straighten and bend that right leg, and you can feel how that, prolonged attempt to relax it has changed things a little bit. And go ahead and drop the ankles the other direction, or the knees the other direction. Extend that left arm up and drop open to the left. There's a twisting sensation, a lengthening in the low back. Lovely. Enjoy that. But the interesting part, the part that we're working on, is that left inner thigh. See if you can't get that to relax. See if you can't get the knee to soften, the leg to soften, all of those things. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes it's not about the movement that will make this exercise effective, all right? It's our internal attempt. And that's what I'm hoping for right now. I'd like you to try to deactivate and let the muscles settle and soften on their own. It's not something we practice typically, and it's something that I do with you, but it's often wildly unpopular, right? It's because a lot of us are terrible at it. I know that I am. Understand that we typically do what we're good at and we avoid what we're bad at. And as a result, we become quite imbalanced and sometimes even unhealthy, because sometimes the things that we're bad at are exactly what we need. So I'm trying to create with you this circumstance, this environment, this practice of being bad at something so that you can do what you need to do more comfortably to have a better overall health experience. I also talk a lot like this right now to distract you. That's what I also do when I count. When I count, I'm giving you a marker of, oh, there's only 7 more seconds left. I can hang in there, right? I don't really care about the 20 seconds. I think about minimums, but I don't think about the exact increments. I'm letting you just hold on to my words and the time so that you can remain a little bit more focused, okay? I'd really prefer not to count, but I know that for me, it is extremely helpful when people do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, everyone. Gently, easily, please relax. Draw the knees up to center, step them to the floor, and grab hold of your block. I'd like it, if you could, to lift your sacrum and your low back and just let the block be at your sacrum and your low back. Good. Take the hands under the head first and go ahead and lengthen your legs. Ooh. Can you feel how, yes, you're in a back bend and you're getting a nice little bit of stretch here through the hip flexors? Good. Here we go. Gently draw that right knee in and hug it in. Oh, this is active. It's not passive like we were doing before. I am active, and I'm asking you to be active about pulling that right knee toward your right shoulder. Do you feel how the context of this posture changes when you're elevated on a block? I find it to be ideal. I find that when I don't have a block or some elevation of my pelvis, it's not right. I'm hoping that you feel like it's much more right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exchange legs, please. Grab hold of that left knee, hug it in. Let that right leg go long, and feel how when your pelvis is elevated, this posture feels, I think, much more effective. To me, it's like brushing your teeth with or without toothpaste. It's just, what's the point of doing it without the elevation? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Lengthen your legs long, take the block out, and just lay on your back. May I suggest that you let your arms go long behind you and your legs maybe go a little bit wider? Go ahead and allow the feet to turn outwards. And you'll notice that your hip flexors, your quadriceps, maybe even your psoas up here, maybe all of that feels a little weird. And that's good. Weird is unknown. Weird is abnormal, not normal. It's something different. And I'm hoping that that something different is leading you to a more positive experience later on. Go ahead and breathe and relax and allow this work to maybe settle in your body. This is akin to learning something really, really important, really, really life-changing, and then watching a movie that's very engaging right afterwards. The chances of that life-changing thing that you learned sinking in, it's less likely. Here, I want to give you the space, specifically your body and your hips, to be able to ruminate and think about and experience it. Maybe draw its own conclusions about what's happened. Inhale and exhale. I talk like this to give you a bit of an anchor, an opportunity to understand that you're not alone and that you're not doing anything weird. You're just listening to me while your body does all this stuff, okay? Sometimes people will misinterpret my speech as, oh, Chris has to talk all the time. Maybe, but more importantly, I know that when I talk, for me in my practice, or when someone else talks, it really helps to, quote unquote, ground me. It helps to focus me, or allows me to relax a little bit better. And at least if that's the case, that's my intention as well. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. Now, a popular Science magazine article about the difference between stretching and movement and how mobility is better for you, I sent a link out. I think that's really good. I think it's very important information. I don't agree with everything in it, but I think it's something that I would point just about everyone to at least consider. Now, what they say might be right or wrong for you, but at least is worth examining and going over. Inhale and exhale, please. Inhale and exhale. It's a Friday. And after this, after your long work week, I really hope you have a chance to rest. Gently roll over to one side and press yourself on up. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys take care. We'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.